We're going live. The Hangout is on the air. It says we are live. Welcome, everybody. It is Tuesday. It's March 10th, and this is the twice-weekly Lunch with Len broadcast, and I am so excited and happy and pleased to tell you today that we have these two really wonderful special guests on. We have Felicia Mupo and Terry Gremaux. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct, Terry. You can hear me, right? Everybody can hear me?
Mm-hmm. Good to go.
We're good to go. Okay. Everybody can see me too. Tell me in the chat if anyone if you can't see me. We have a bunch of people out there today. They're still piling on. Hey, and Terry and Felicia have just exploded onto the scene. I don't know how many of you people know much about them, but they have just exploded onto the scene in the last several months, and they're doing some awesome stuff. And I can tell you, I've been on a lot of their Sunday night trainings and several of Terry's webinars, and they're incredible. They're just incredible. Terry's an L3 leader at MLSP. Felicia's about to be an L3 leader at MLSP. And my original intent was to do some LinkedIn training today, but we're going to change that, and we're going to move over. We're going to go do some Facebook because that's what Terry wants to do today, and that's okay with me. And we might have to just have him come back to do LinkedIn. I don't know. So let me just hand it over to you guys. Lunch with Len is normally a half-hour broadcast. We don't have a hard stop. We can go over, as long as all the attendees can go over, and you can too. So I'm not going to sit here with a hard stop. So welcome, Terry and Felicia.
Hi.
Thank you very much, Len, and I want to apologize to all you guys. We were a tad late. We are traveling across the country, as you can hear. You can probably, we're at a rest stop here, and we have semis driving by and all sorts of stuff. So so I apologize for that first off, and I just am so grateful to you, Len. You've been amazing in the last affiliate contest and doing some really great stuff. We really admire what you're doing, and so I just want to thank you for the kind words, and hoping that everybody can hear us all right, and that we give you guys some value today. So a little bit about just so I don't know if a lot of I see Craig Kassler on here and some names I'm familiar with. Larry Ryan, hey buddy, how you doing? I just want to tell you guys, you know what? Wow, now I see myself. I want to tell you guys a little bit about us. You know, we like I said, we just went L3 in MLSP, and we're charging hard there, and we run some coaching programs and obviously in network marketing as well, and that's what we teach on. So what we do and what our tagline is we teach people how to maximize social media to sign up more reps and more leads for absolutely free. So what I'm going to share with you today has nothing to do with costing you money. Cool, right? Is that cool? Our brand is all about teaching you how to get leads for absolutely free. We get probably, 20, 30 plus on Facebook every day when we work Facebook hard to recruit reps in your business. Now I can't see everything, I don't think, but how would that be for you guys to start getting 10 plus leads a day for free on Facebook? Well, I'm going to teach you a couple things today that will allow you to do that. In fact, if you do one thing every single day, it's in fact something that you taught me, right?
Yeah.
That you will literally have more leads than you know what to do with. So why don't we do a screen share here? Why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit? So.
Okay. So we'll, like Terry said, going over into Facebook is something that people are, you're just so stinking familiar with, but that you're probably really missing the boat on. So hopefully we can show you a couple of those areas right away that maybe you're missing the boat on, or just things that most people that do Facebook marketing, things that most people do wrong. And that's a lot of what we're going to be sharing over the next few days, and some of the value we're putting out, as well as a webinar that's coming up on Thursday evening that you're all invited to.
Absolutely. So we're on Felicia's Facebook page here on her computer. So I just want you guys to know, like, this picture is a perfect example. One of the biggest things about Facebook is you want to create curiosity so people comment. That's the whole game. So we were coming back from breakfast this morning on a a sky bridge over the top of this road going through town in Sheridan, Wyoming. She just took a picture and put a little statement there with a question. And guess what? We get, I mean, this was literally, what, 2 hours ago maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
And we have 5 comments on there already. The cool thing about that is what people don't do on Facebook, guys, is they don't get back to those likes and comments, okay? And so literally what I would do in about a day is I would go back to everybody that liked, everybody that commented, and I would send them a message to engage them in conversation. And watch for my blog tonight if you guys don't know me and haven't been around me, the hashtaghunter.com, because I actually did a video today all about my 4-step process, exactly how to get somebody on the phone. And I'll go through it a little bit here today, but I shot a really, really good video on it this morning. But I just want to engage people in conversation, and so I'm just gonna send a private message to the likes and comments and say, hey, I see you liked my picture about Sheridan yesterday, or whenever I do it, I'll probably do it tomorrow, or Felicia will do it tomorrow, and I would just get back to them and open up the conversation, guys. You just don't know where people are at. You don't know, if they've, got out of their network marketing company or aren't having success there, or some job-related thing is happening, or, you just don't know. So just open up that conversation. But this is the key to getting engagement on your page, and this is what Facebook is relatively for. I don't know how many of you have a list out there, but my goal about Facebook is to get people, engage people with encouraging content. People that, they like lifestyle stuff. They, all you guys like that. We like that. I like that. And then when you post your stuff, value-related stuff, then people are going to get on your webinar because they're actually at your page. Do you have any other tips about engagement?
Well, I mean, be careful when you are reaching out to these folks. Remember, the idea is to open up a conversation with them. It's not to pitch them. It's not to sell them. It's not to, it's not to throw out links or anything like that. And that's one of the mistakes that I see a lot of people making, is you get so myopic in your thinking that Facebook is all for recruiting or prospecting or something like that, that you think that everybody that touches your page, you need to prospect them. Not really. Just remember, everybody that touches or comes close to your page, though, you want to engage them just in a friendly conversation.
Absolutely. You don't want to be.
You don't want to be the pitchy person.
Exactly. This is a long-term thing. I kind of look at it like I tell this story and people always laugh, but it's like dating, right? You don't want to. You don't want to have a, you don't want to, kiss the first time you see that girl, right? Same type of thing here. You want to warm that situation up a little bit. So I want you guys to really get that. It's just building rapport, really simply, really easily. On Thursday, I'm going to go through that in depth. So, we're going to give you a link to attend that free training that I will be holding on Thursday at the end of what we're doing today. But I just want you guys to know that we all have media channels, okay? We all have media channels in our Facebook page. And I'm going to go over to my page because I do a lot on my page. I'm going to head over there real quick. Me. Okay, so what I use something called Post Planner, and what that allows me to do is post viral content and stuff like that. And as you can see, this is something I just posted an hour ago that was planned. If you want to go to Post Planner, just go to the hashtaghunter.com/Post Planner. I use Post Planner a ton, guys. I love it because I can plan my whole posts out. I can plan 5 posts out in 10 minutes, and my whole day's plan. But as you can see, guys, those are obviously some promotions there for some stuff I'm doing. But we get a lot of engagement here. But you want pictures. You want to ask a question all the time. You want to engage people in conversations like you're talking to one person and one person only, not a whole group of people. Here's my blog that I did yesterday. By the way, I'd go read that. I had a lot of great comments on that. pictures, quotes. As you can see, I got several people to like that. I've got a bunch of comments on stuff like this. Post Planner gives me those ideas. So here's the other thing that I'll tell you guys. And this is the one thing that I started doing because of the awesome and wonderful Felicia is birthdays. We all get those notifications every day, and I think if I press home, it will tell me that. How do you start doing that, by the way?
Go up to your world. Well, you've got some right there. So, are you on mine?
Oh, I am on yours.
Yeah, it's right here though.
Okay.
If you want to go ahead and use mine, that's fine.
What got you started doing that, by the way?
Well, a modified version of this was shared with me by Burt Bledsoe. So he talked about engaging friends on Facebook for their birthday, but found that that this way that Terry does it now is a whole lot more effective.
So one thing I want you guys to know is that everybody else sends a message straight to their page. Don't do that, because as you guys know, on your birthday, if you have very many friends, you get like hundreds on your page that day, right? So I send them a personal message.
And that's the critical difference here, guys. Just notice that just reaching out and just saying happy birthday is one thing, but this is the big difference here of sending the actual personal message.
So this is what I do now. I'm not going to send this because this will sound like Terry language to Felicia's people, and they're going to be like crazy, crazy, crazy. But I always say happy birthday. Hope you have the best day ever. Now, if I know the guy, I know the person, then I might ask a question. Here's the key part. Don't just ask him that. That's a dead-end conversation, okay? But I always ask a question at the end. So if I know them, I might say, well, how the kids going? How's the job at so-and-so going? But if I don't know this person, do you know Todd at all?
I don't know.
You don't. So I'm going to say...
A lot of times I'll also ask, do you have, what fun plans do you have? I mean, that kind of question you can kind of ask to anybody. If it's a Saturday, Sunday, or if it's a Friday, Saturday, you going out tonight? Something like that.
So something like that. All I want to do is open the conversation, guys. That's all I want to do, okay? And I'm going to send that message. If I can find my mouse here. Where'd it go?
It's kind of dark. It's
kind of dark here, guys. We're out in the sunshine. So I'm going to send that message. Here's what I like about this, okay? If you do this every day, okay, it literally will take you 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes it'll take you. If you do this every day, last week I have 2 people coming in my business. I just started doing this about a week ago. I have 2 people coming in my business because of this. Here's what I'll tell you, okay? This allows you to touch every single person in your whole friend network once a year. Think about that. Now, most of the people, both people that I have coming in my business, I hadn't talked to. I hadn't sent a message. One was for 5 years. 5 years. Okay. The other one was for like 8 months. Times change, and this allows you. What you always want to do is always want to have a reason to reach out to somebody. You don't want to just reach out to them just because. Okay. You want to have a reason. Like you want to have a reason to follow up. Okay. You want to have a reason to reach out to them. A birthday is an absolute perfect reason, and that opens up that conversation. I'm going to go back to my blog that will be posted this evening on my 4-step process on how to get somebody to the phone, and that will kind of finish up our training here today, because my biggest question I get, and the biggest question Felicia gets, well, I get the engagement, I get that down, I get the messaging, but how the heck do I take that from a person on Facebook to a phone number, right? Mm-hmm. That's the hardest part. So the first thing I do is engage them in conversation. The second thing you want to do is you want to ask a probing question that qualifies them for more time of yours. I'll give you an example. So if I'm talking to somebody that's not in network marketing, let's say, okay, and I don't know, Len, if your crowd is mainly MLSP peeps or traditional network marketers or both, but I'll give you 2 instances. So if they're in network marketing, or if they're not in network marketing, just just a regular guy working a job, whatever, you know, I'm gonna build some rapport, you know, 2 or 3 questions, and then I'm gonna ask a probing question. I'm gonna ask something like, I'm just curious, you know, I'm expanding a company here locally, and I'm curious if you're open to anything outside of what you're doing, income-wise, or some kind of question like that. The question doesn't really matter. I'm just going to ask them if they're open. If they're not open, that disqualifies them. I'm like, well, have a happy birthday. You know, be absolutely awesome. You know, I'm going to give them kudos, and I'm going to talk to them later, right? And if not, that qualifies them for the next step for me. So if they're open, cool. Now I'm going to ask for an appointment. So if they're local, I might want to meet them for coffee. Who knows? I might want to, you know, whatever you want to do. If you want to jump on the phone with them, I'm going to say, cool, what's your schedule like tomorrow? This is step 3, okay? What's your schedule like tomorrow? I'm going to set up that appointment, okay? It's that simple. They've said, yeah, I want to take a look. I don't say, okay, I'm going to send you a link over. No, don't do that, okay? Set up an appointment with them. Step 4 is to get the phone number. Here's my tricky stuff, how to get the phone number. I say, cool, what's your phone number? It's that simple, guys. They will give it to you, I promise. Virtually 80% of the time, I get a phone number back, and then I call them at the appropriate time, and you know, show them my presentation and go on from there. But guys, it's that simple. Do you have anything to add about that, Felicia?
No, I mean, you know, as far as the Facebook stuff, if you look at my page now, I think it's posted now, but I just took a picture of what we were doing right this minute. I guarantee if you follow that over the next couple of hours, we're going to get comments on that. But again, notice the structure of what it is that I just posted. There's you know, it's kind of silly, it's kind of interesting, it's different and unique that we're doing a live webcast at a rest area. But there's always a question, and I think I said my biggest part is just remember you're out there to make connections, you're out there to make friends, and keep that, you know, really keep that first and foremost in your mind.
And don't be weird, right?
Yeah, don't be. This is my biggest rule, and you'll hear me say this often if you follow me. Don't be a weirdo. Don't be that weirdo that people run from in the grocery store. Don't be that weirdo that people unfriend and block on Facebook. Just be the friend.
Absolutely. So, you know, just I always say, you know, just be human. Just be like if I was meeting somebody anywhere, what would I say, you know? And I wanted to make a friend, what would I say, you know? I obviously have an objective in mind. I want to help them become better at the mouse is really dark here, but. Guys, here's a little thing about me. I have you know, 2 years ago I was working a job making $15 an hour, and since then I've recruited well over 100 people, a lot of them from Facebook, internationally as well. And I'm going to teach you exactly step by step how I've done that on Thursday, okay, at 9 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday, and that's 6 o'clock Pacific. I'm going to teach you exactly, step by step, how I've done that. And more importantly, I'm going to teach you exactly what you guys are missing the boat on and what you guys most people, 99% of people, are doing wrong, are doing to not attract people but repel people. And if you want to, you know, get registered for that absolutely free webinar, go to lenmooney.com/Facebook. Right on, and Len, you could send them the obviously you can send them the URL as well. But I'm curious, guys, did you get any value out of us today? And we have 7 minutes here. I wanted to finish up just a touch early so we can answer any questions you guys might have. But feel free to go get registered for that. Absolutely, it's going to be a really big training, and I would love to give you some value. But do you guys have any questions for us?
Yeah, I opened up the Q&A, and I also told people they could post questions in the chat as well. And
awesome.
But yeah, I have a couple actually. First question I have: the birthday messages. Do you, if it's somebody you know, do you touch them with the, hey, are you open to the income opportunity right there in the same birthday message, or do you wait a day or two?
No.
Well, it's not necessarily a day or two, but you open up. I mean, you're role in wishing them happy birthday as to wish them happy birthday. You have to be that human. You have to be that friend first, even if you don't know them. I mean, you saw that I had 2 birthdays there. One of the people I know, she's a girlfriend of mine, and the other person I don't know real well. And I genuinely want to just wish them a happy birthday. My typical message is happy birthday, like happy birthday, Len. Hope you have a great one. And do you have any things, what fun plans, or do you have any fun plans for this weekend or tonight or something like that? That's kind of my, my typical message, unless I know somebody really, really well, and maybe I know what their friend or spouse or something hasn't planned for them. But that's just it. Then you wait for them to respond back to you. Almost everybody responds back to me. Sometimes people don't, and if they don't respond back, I don't really push it anymore. There, I just drop it. When they do respond back, they're going to respond back to that kind of question. It's going to be about their birthday. It's going to be about a vacation. It's going to be about their kids. It's going to be about that. I'll have a chat. Almost always, when they respond back and they give me some information, almost always they're going to go, "So, how have you been?"
Yep.
I mean, that's how everybody ends their statement. How's it going for you? How have you been? What have you been up to? Something like that. Now, that's my opening, and then I'll say something about my business is doing great, or whatever, and then I'll lead into business. I'll lead into business. I'll lead into the product side. If I've just gone, I'm in the business of coaching as well as travel, so I may lead into a trip that I just took. They'll start asking about that. Then I have the opportunity to talk about a product or talk about a business opportunity, because if I start telling them, hey, I'm traveling around just about every week, I'm going to do this and that, and it's fun and it's exciting, a lot of times people will come back and go, well, what I do stuck in an office isn't really all that much fun. And then that's my perfect opportunity, because I know what their pain point is. I didn't have to ask them.
So let me add something to that. Remember, I'm kind of the mindset and strategy guy, so you guys understand the whole concept behind that. Remember, you're giving them a compliment. You're making them feel good. That's the whole point. So if you come back and you say, hey, are you open? You just blew everything that you just tried to create. Okay, it's like walking in a grocery store and say, hey, your boots look good. By the way, are you open to an opportunity? Or hey, you look sharp today. Hey, by the way, are you open to an opportunity? That you want to make people feel good first, and then say, by the way, I'm running this business. It sounds like you'd be a great fit. I'm telling you, you're super sharp. I'm curious. Are you open? See, at that point, it's not weird. It's not. You want to create that. I'm telling you, the reason why we have such a low attrition rate in our MLSP team and in all of our teams and our coaching programs is because we make people feel good. If you make people feel good, they want to be around you at all times, and that's what we make you see. Felicia usually does it for us, but we give people shout-outs all the time. Why? Because we want to make people feel good. Okay. A couple questions here, Chris. If you're confused about Post Planner, why don't you reach out to me? Now is.
Do we have a trading on that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Reach out to me. Go to the #hunter.com/Facebook. And that'll take you right to my Facebook page, because Post Planner isn't something that I can explain here. It's something that I should shoot a video on or do something like that. Reach out to me, Chris, and I would certainly love to give you some feedback on Post Planner if you're confused about it. I love using it. We can talk.
Len, did you have another question?
No, go ahead. Let Terry go ahead.
Oh, I think he's just reading through the comments. I didn't see another question coming through the comments, though.
No, but it's just about getting the YouTube guy on. So anything else, Len?
Yeah, I think the birthday thing is a really great idea. I've been sending out the birthdays, but I've been doing it the hard way, or the bad way, the not so good way, putting them in the on the timeline. So using the message, I think that's worth having you guys on here just for that. That tip is worth a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, even if they respond back to you, and most people will come back and they'll say thank you, or they'll say something like that, you still really can't open up a conversation, because really, do you want to have this conversation open on their wall?
Right, yeah.
I don't want to have these kind of conversations open. I wouldn't want somebody having that conversation with me open on my wall. So thinking the same way.
Here's what I guarantee all of you. I'm a firm believer. Most people have 500 to 1,000 friends. A lot of us have more than that. If you do that every day, if you just do that every day, it takes you 5 minutes. You can't, if you're doing it the right way, building rapport, there's no way possible you're not going to recruit reps every month. It's not possible. I mean, it's literally not possible, guys. And if you add Post Planner on top of that, like I said, I'm going to be teaching some stuff about that on Thursday. But I'm telling you, Facebook is completely free, but you can turn that sucker into an absolute goldmine. Like I said, I've recruited. I'm not an ego guy. I'm just telling you, I'm just a product of consistency, and you guys can do the same exact thing. It's completely free. I had, me and Felicia were laughing the other day. I had less than 100 friends when this all started 18 months ago. So you can go from anywhere to anywhere you want to go. Now I have real close to 3,000. So in 18 months, and that just comes from consistency. So guys, you guys can do it. You guys can make it happen, but just be consistent with all that stuff, and you'll do really, really well.
So let me ask Carrie and Felicia, are you running up against a hard deadline yourself? Because I know you're traveling, or do you have time for one or two more questions?
Oh, we're fine. We're just sitting here in a rest stop until I freeze. I mean, I'm sitting out here in a rest stop outside. And
are you turning blue?
Huh?
Are you turning blue?
Fortunately, it is beautiful up here. I really wouldn't have expected it. If it was normal in Wyoming in March, you would see me sitting in the car and I would just wave to you. No, we're totally fine. Just joking around with you. Yes, we're fine.
So I wanted to get your opinion of. I know, Felicia, you've taught recently a lot of Facebook training where you've said that it's okay to use the personal page. And there was a big post put up by Michelle today about why that's not okay. Are you changing your opinion these days on the use of personal versus fan page for business?
It depends on what you're doing. The way that I prospect and the way that I recruit on Facebook, I've got absolutely zero issue with it. If you go through, now right now we are in the middle of a launch, so you're going to see a few more links on my Facebook page, my personal page, than you normally do. You normally don't see links on my page. What I'm doing is posting engaging comments, making friends, reaching out to people individually in groups. I'm real big on the groups. You'll hear me talk. I mean, groups to me are like going to parties. It's just like networking through a cocktail party. I'm making friends with people there, and that's what Facebook is for. Now, if you are using Facebook to promote your business, to share your links, to send out MLSP links, to post the videos about your primary business opportunity, absolutely no way, no how should you be using primarily your personal page for that. Not only will you get slapped by Facebook, but your friends, I mean your actual flesh and blood friends that live next door to you, they won't like you. I mean, you're going to be a spammer at that point. So at that point, if you are using it for those purposes, which is just promotion, you need to transition that over to a fan page. I also have a fan page. I use that for more of my hardcore promotion kind of stuff. And of course, you have to use your fan page if you're going to do advertising. There's no advertising capability on your personal page anymore. So the way that I really teach to use Facebook, though, is just be normal. Don't be a weirdo, pusher of stuff. Be a friend.
Absolutely. Len, I'll tell you that I believe that, it's just one of those things that if you add value on your page, you're never going to have a problem. If you add value, I have my blog on there, and I post on Post Planner 4 or 5 times a day. I have value on my page. I have incredible engagement on my page. If you go over there and look, right now there's a lot of promotion, webinar promotion, and stuff like that. But typically, the people that get in trouble and get booted and all that stuff have MLSP link after MLSP link after MLSP link after MLSP link. Well, that's not what Facebook is. A social network. It's not a place to just put your link everywhere. And I know you know that, but that's the difference here. we teach active prospecting and a lot of methods for free. That's not what Michelle teaches. So
Right.
it's not apples to apples at all. So that's the difference. I've been using my personal page for a long time, 18 months, real heavy. I will never stop. I get 30 to 50 leads there. If I work it, I get 30 to 50 leads there every day for absolutely free. And you guys, every single one of you on here can do the exact same thing that I do, that Felicia does. I don't have any leg up on anybody. I mean, I've done it consistently now, so I have a lot of friends now, but you guys can create. Thanks, Craig. Appreciate you, buddy. You're awesome. I will see you Thursday night. Be ready, man. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell everybody, as I terminate the webinar, I'm going to send you, I've got a redirect link already up here ready to send you to where you can get signed up for the Thursday night webinar for those of you who want to. And I can tell you these guys do an awesome job, so it's certainly going to be, I'll be there, that's for sure. But they plan to be there. So does anybody else have any more questions? And I will also tell you, Chris, that if you want, you can reach out to me on Post Planner too. I use Post Planner almost every day, so I can help you out with that as well. And Larry says he's got 2 posts up using Post Planner in the last 3 hours. One has 6 engagements, the other has 8. Way to go, Larry. Super. Okay. Anybody else have anything to add? We're going to let these folks get back on the road. Are you driving somewhere?
We're driving a lot. So this adventure started in Lewistown, Montana, his hometown. It ends in Dallas, Texas, my hometown. So all the way across the country, practically from Canada and Mexico. We're almost going to come see you, Len. I mean, you're right there in Mexico. You know, we're going to be real close to you practically.
I'm on the west side of Mexico, though.
I know. I wish I was on your side. It's a whole lot nicer than the Texas side.
All righty.
But yes, all the way across the country.
Cool. Well, I don't see any more questions coming up, so I think we can let you go.
Well, sounds good. Y'all take care. See you Thursday night.
And thank you so much, and Felicia and Terry. And Terry, I'd still like to have you come back and do a little LinkedIn one of these days.
I would love to. I'll tell you that. I'll just let you know that our schedule is fixing to get incredibly busy. We have probably 14 to 16 webinars in the next 2 weeks with this promotion we have going on. So, but in starting in the beginning of April, I would love to. Absolutely love to. Just so you know where I'm at.
Yeah,
totally.
But I've got somebody on next week, and so yeah, I mean that beginning of April is perfect. We can pencil in a date.
Awesome.
I'll message you. We'll pencil in a date.
Sounds awesome.
And Felicia would love to have you back too.
Thank you.
Okay.
I know.
We love you.
All right. Take care, guys. Good to see all of y'all. Bye bye.
All right. Very good. All right, everybody. I'm gonna shoot you out this link for the Thursday night webinar. Here it goes. And if you don't get it, get back to me. So that link should have gone out. Everybody should have it. And I'm going to stop the broadcast. Thank you, guys and girls.